What it do, cuckolds? Let's just get to it straight up. Wrestlers complain a lot in today's wrestling landscape. All right, number one, I'm sick and tired of everyone talking about their personal lives. I don't give a rat's ass about anybody's personal life other than my own and the lives of my friends and family. I could give, and even with those people, I try to leave them alone. People like Drew McIntyre, like a fucking big, giant, wet pussy, he comes out and he's like, oh, someone in my family passed away. And it's like, I'm sorry to hear that, bro, but quite frankly, I don't really give a shit. Like, I care about it on the human level, but I'm not here watching Raw to feel bad about Drew McIntyre's family. How about just entertain me, clown? How about go do some moves? But this is the new wrestling landscape. The breaking of kayfabe doesn't just come with, now we get an intimate look at the wrestlers' lives that the neckbeards care about. I don't give a flying fuck. You know? They're like, oh, let's go behind the scenes with Bray Wyatt. I don't give a shit at all. I don't give a shit at all what kind of food Sheamus likes to eat. I could give a shit. As far as I'm concerned, Sheamus doesn't eat food. Sheamus is just a wrestler to me. I have no interest in him. He's like Pikachu, right? What's Pikachu's favorite hobby? I don't care. Just show me Pikachu on the TV doing a thunderbolt, and that's all. Let's leave it at that, cucks. See what I'm getting at? The problem is that people have this weird thing where they want to overshare everything that happens to them. It's very fucking strange. It's a very Western phenomenon, I feel like, right? And this also comes with this this pussy-ass new thing that I've seen in the last 10 years or so, where people talk about their trauma. Oh, I've been traumatized. And people wear their traumas like a badge of honor. Like, oh, I was traumatized in 1978. And it's like, it's 2024. Fucking get over it. I don't give a shit what it is. Get over it. You know? If something happens to you and you haven't got over it in 10 years, you're fucking weird. I'm sorry to tell you. You're fucking weird. And you need help. But not the kind of help that tells you like, oh, talk about your trauma. You know, I understand. No, you need the kind of help. You need someone, probably like a real man, or a real woman, I suppose, to come up to you and say, yo, enough of this. You know, you've been crying about this for 10 years. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up, motherfucker. You know? That's what a lot of people need. And that's the truth. I always say it like it is. And that's what's happening in everything, including wrestling, right? All of this is the same shit. Oh, someone yelled at me 8 years ago. Oh, I was bullied in high school. You're 45. You're fucking 45. Get over it. You know? I'll tell you the story. I think it was in the Ukraine. There was this woman who randomly, this is like in post-Soviet times, right? So like in the 80s. So in the 80s, this woman was raped, right? In the Ukraine. And then she went home, right? She reported it. She went home, took a shower, right? Next day, she went back to work. Now, the whole town had heard that she was raped. And they're like, you know, you can take a few days off, you know, if you want to deal with it. She's like, why? She's like, I have work to do. You know? And she got back to work. Now, I know that's like, that woman is built different, all right? I'm not saying everyone should be like that. But compare that woman who was raped in Ukraine to Drew McIntyre complaining on TV. You know what I mean? What the fuck are we watching here? There's like not 1 ounce of badassery in Drew McIntyre at all. At all. Like, if Drew McIntyre, like, he's like 6'5" and muscular, but he doesn't, like, if you close your eyes and you listen to him, you would never think he is. You would never think this guy's like manly at all, right? He doesn't carry himself that way. And it's not just him, right? I'm watching this stupid ass Chris Van Vliet. I saw a few clips of his interview with Mustafa Ali. Every fucking segment, Mustafa Ali was bitching and moaning about something. Like, fucking enough, man. Enough. He's like, growing up, nobody looked like me in wrestling. So what? So what? Deal with it, pussy. Oh, I didn't see anyone with my kind of name. Neither did I. So what? What the fuck are you talking about? And he's just bitching and moaning about everything, right? But he does this thing, it's like this new age passive aggressiveness thing, right? Where like they complain, but they're like, I'm not complaining though, you know? They like scoff and laugh, they're like, huh, like a coward. I'm not complaining though. So he's telling you a story about how Brock Lesnar justifiably threw him off the ladder to win the Money in the Bank. Whoever thought it was going to be Mustafa Ali, whoever made the decision, even if it were Vince, was dumb. That's a dumbass decision. Mustafa Ali as the Money in the Bank is retarded. Mustafa Ali, as he was later proven to be a complete jobber, was given a faction to lead, and it's literally the worst faction of all time. I mean, obviously at this point, the Wyatt Six is, you know, in contention for worst faction of all time. But as it stands, Retribution is up there as well. But you see what I'm getting at? Like, the problem with this kind of like stuff is that all the wrestlers do is complain and think they know more than they do, right? So he talks about how Road Dogg called him up and said, hey, we're gonna call you Ali now instead of Mustafa Ali. Is Mustafa like a family name? He was just like basically playing him down. And Mustafa Ali's like, it means chosen one. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck if Mustafa means the chosen one. Nobody watches Mustafa Ali like once every 8 weeks when he's lucky enough to be on TV, right? Nobody watched 205 Live, right? Nobody watches that and thinks, ha, Mustafa means the chosen one. Nobody gives a shit about this guy. But he's like, oh, they changed my name, man. He's like, shut the fuck up, man. Just be a good employee, you know? That's the problem. Everyone is a giant coward and a giant pussy. It's as simple as that. You look at like people like Adam Page and CM Punk, and they're like, all they do is bitch and moan, man. Oh, I told Jungle Boy not to break the window, but he did. Oh, so I went and pushed him, and with like 8 of my friends around here, like, shut the fuck up, man. Enough. Like, wrestlers, the male wrestlers need to be men, all right? They need to be men because that's what draws. Nobody is excited about Drew McIntyre bringing everyone down with stories about his dead loved ones. You know, we can empathize on a human level, but there's no need for you to ruin my day by talking about your dead loved one, right? It's weird, motherfuckers. I don't know Drew McIntyre. I don't know. We're not friends, cuck. This kind of shit you say to your friends. You know, one time, one of my best friends, his father passed away. This was a few years ago. And he texted me and like some of our other close friends in our group chat. There was like 5 of us. And he was like, guys, my father passed away. I don't want to talk about it, right? And everyone was like, yeah, I'm really sorry to hear, man. You know, if you do one day want to talk about it, we're here, right? That's it. And that's like, he's like a brother to me. You know what I mean? This guy. But like, despite this, he didn't want to talk about it. Now imagine that, compare that to Drew McIntyre. I'm going to tell the whole world where I've been. Nobody cared. Like, even the tone of his promo. Nobody cared where I was. No, why should I, motherfucker? Why should I care where you are after wrestling? I don't give a flying fuck. You're not a real celebrity, number one. And even if you were, why should I care about you? You know, this weird American obsession with celebrities is odd. Like, for example, if I want to go see Linkin Park in concert, which I'm going to try to do in their upcoming tour, right? I want to go see them perform. I want to see them sing. Once the show is over, I could give a shit. If I go to a restaurant and all of Linkin Park is there eating, I could give a flying fuck. I have no interest in them beyond their performance abilities. I don't care, motherfucks. They're just other people like me and you otherwise. Same thing. And Drew McIntyre's like, nobody cared about me. Nobody cared. Yeah, nobody cared. Sami Zayn comes out, he's like, we all have problems. Shut the fuck up. Can we get one character who's a man? Like, I just one, you know? That's why everyone's excited for The Rock to come back. He's the only masculine energy left in wrestling. Everyone else is a bitch, except for The Rock and LA Knight. Everyone else is either a bitch or a weirdo, you know? Just bitching and moaning about everything. Shut the fuck up, motherfucks, you know? And that's all I gotta say about that. However, there's one more thing that needs to be pointed out. Now, in this bitchery, in this like everyone complains and everyone is weird, like wrestling has changed fundamentally. The goals are not the same anymore. Like, when was the last time someone said, like honestly, when was the last time these words were uttered on WWE TV? I want to become the next WWE champion. When was it? Maybe when AJ Styles wrestled Cody Rhodes in like May. You know? When was it? Because everything else is based around other shit. I hate Cody Rhodes, he's a bad friend. So what? Go fuck yourself. He's a bad friend, he mistreated me. Oh, he mistreated me, he chose the wrong guy. How could you? Shut up. Be a man, Kevin Owens. I know that he needs to like learn how to do that shit in real life probably. Be a man, Sami Zayn. Bunch of fucking dweebs. And it's like, even the big strong ones, right? Like, it's like, for example, like the hater's not gonna pretend here. Like, the probability of the hater beating up Braun Strowman in a fight is literally 0%. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 people in the world that have a chance against Braun Strowman just because of his sheer size, right? And honestly, I don't think they do either, you know? Like, I don't think like John Jones has a chance, you know? Or like Tyson Fury or Usyk or something. They don't have a chance against someone that big. Too big. But anyways, the point is, I don't care that he can beat my ass. I feel like I can kick his ass. I know I can't, obviously, but I feel like I can because he comes out looking like an idiot dressed as Santa Claus. I should never even have this thought cross my mind. Like, when Kane came out, nobody, no man born of woman that watched wrestling thought I could beat him up. No man thought that, right? Absolutely wrong. Oh, shit. If Kane wanted to, he could do whatever the fuck he wants with everybody here in the audience. You know? That's the truth, right? Because Kane carried himself like a badass at all times. And that's really all there is to it, Cucks. This video just fucking infuriated me. Fucking Mustafa Ali bitching and moaning. Oh, I didn't get what I wanted. Shut up. You didn't deserve it, cuck.